Yeah, it is, of course, the fantastic, great and glorious, soon to be famous one day Nick Dutch in his pyjamas on the edge of his bed in the dead of the night with a dose of insomnia, talking to you once again, feeling a bit hyper for some reason. And of course, I got a bit of a cold, and that's a bit nasty, but never mind. Right, okay, now I was. Right, this is the point, right? These are the points. So we need to put them together, and maybe we can create some variety of hypothesis for the future, okay? Number one, we know, or at least I know from direct personal experience, of following the contents of the book by Sylvain Muldoon and Hereward Carrington called The Projection of the Astral Body, and actually having some of the experiences he actually spoke about, that book is accurate. Other people who have studied that thing as obsessively as I did during my younger days and eventually had the right experiences will also have that corroborated. We can therefore say, or we can at least strongly hypothesize, that the book The Projection of the Astral Body by Muldoon and Carrington is a true book. In my own personal opinion, it is like the truest book you will ever read on occultism that was written around, like, for a long time. Right, it is like the most important thing you could ever read if you're even remotely strange or unusual, like me, and you like tarot cards and runestones, and you're a bit like, a bit like that. Okay, because you like these strange things. Right? So if we can say the book's true, therefore the organs of the astral body, according to Sylvain Muldoon, must also be accurate. Right. Therefore, we're in a position now to be able to say quite categorically that we can assert with a certain level of strength above the level of belief may be, right? Not just to say we believe in these things, but there's a stronger level than that. Maybe not quite 100% no, 100% definitively, but getting in that direction. The astral cable itself must exist. The astral cable, which Sylvain Muldoon states connects the astral and the physical via the forehead or the solar plexus, but he mainly speaks about the forehead connection from the physical and connecting to the back of the astral, right? The cable itself must have some objective reality. Point number two is that out of all of the ways of generating some variety of experience which will scare the living merry crap out of you, dark mirror scrying is probably the best, and a dark mirror is a preferable device to the crystal ball depending upon your location and your setup, okay? So because the dark mirror will provide you with that persistence of vision hallucination spot the size of your face because you've got one candle either side. Right, so if the astral cable exists, right, and the dark mirror scrying is a great way of gaining visual stuff going on, maybe you connect the two. And maybe one of the best ways of using dark mirror scrying is to get visions from your astral cable within the blob of persistence of vision hallucination you've got right there in the middle. Okay, obviously you can use the dark mirror in different ways, like through invocation and that sort of thing, to try and see whether you can see the face of an actual spirit at some point, or some other visual representation of some other thing. It's therefore like could overlap with some variety of dowsing kind of thinking if you think about it. But it looks like I'm going in that direction to be able to like think that. Crystal ball, obviously similar but not identical. All right, not similar but not identical. Just because it's round and it's small, and well, at least mine is relatively like not the biggest. I've seen some beautiful big black crystal balls specifically for scrying, and they were, yeah. But on the other hand, you could just buy a goldfish bowl and paint the inside black and get the same effect for just a couple of quid. You know what I mean? Rather than having to spend like about 600,000 or whatever it was for that crystal ball. Anyway, just think about the theory I've given you here. Does that make any sense to you? Have you tried it? Do you want to give it a go and let me know how you got on with it? Leave a comment in the comment section if you wish, and don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, rate, share, favorite, do any other like YouTubey thing that you can do with like, I'm getting old, I don't know what people say these days.